this demo, I'm going to play a role as the ML operation engineer from SAOIL. We have learned from previous presentation, the performance of the ML model may degrade over the time. It's important to keep a constant monitor on the ML model. Therefore, we have created a dedicated SAC story to enable the ML operation engineer to monitor the mean square error for our pipeline corrosion prediction model. It has been started from January 1st of 2022, and then the last execution of the monitoring is on 1st of September 2023. And then you can have an idea how the MSE value has been evolving over the time. And the higher of MSE, the lower accuracy of the model prediction. And in this demo, and I'm going to show you how can you run the condition modeling with the SAP AI Launchpad for our pipeline corrosion model by menu. And we also see how can you automate to run this condition modeling by the scheduling as well. And by the end of each execution, we also received the email notification. We will give you the detailed report about the performance of the ML model. Now let's look at the model. Now I'm on the home page of my SAP AI Launchpad. And then first of all, I would like to walk you through the setup of our configuration for this purpose. The first thing is I would like to show you the applications. You can see two applications here. One is the pipeline corrosion solution production, which is responsible for the training and serving of our pipeline corrosion prediction model. And the other CI/CD dev template, where we have defined three workflow templates. For today's demo here, we're going to have a detailed look at the condition modeling here. And as you also can see, for this CI/CD dev template application, it also has a associated GitHub repository. And before we execute condition modeling for our pipeline corrosion prediction model, let's look at its design of the workflow template. Just opening the GitHub repository here and go to the CI/CD template and then open the continuous monitoring.yaml. And as you can see here, it has been defined as a Argo workflow template and give the name as the continuous modeling and the description and the version. And we also have defined some configurable input parameters which allowed the end user to set up this value when run the continuous modeling task, such as the target date when to run the continuous modeling, the target resource group, the target model deployment ID, and what is the prefix of an incoming dataset in S3 bucket, and the threshold for the mean square error, which will be using to trigger the following continuous training, continuous delivery, if the current mean squared error of this execution have been exceed the threshold here, as well as who will receive the report. And apart from that, we also have defined the Docker image in order to run this condition modeling application here, and also passing the parameter we have defined previously. Now I'm going to show you the first demo. How can I run this continuous modeling task by menu in the AI Launchpad? To doing so, first of all, I need to define a configuration. Click Create, giving the name. continuous modeling configuration, and select the associated scenario and the version and the executable continuous modeling, and click Next. I would like to keep the default value for all of the input parameter except the recipient. Just replace with my email. And review the setup. It looks good to me. And click Create. As a result, we have our configuration for the continuous modeling has been created. Now we can trigger the execution by click Create Execution button. As a result, now we have triggered execution for this continuous monitor workflow task here. So we can have a look at the task. We can keep an eye on the logs here. Now, as we can see, the continuous monitoring task has been started and then has been passing the configuration input parameter dynamically as we have set up. And the step number 0, is we're going to create an AI API client, connect to our AI call tenant in this case. And then step 1, it will read the incoming data set from the S3 bucket. And then step 2, you perform the testing with the incoming test against the pipeline corrosion prediction model. So basically, you will do the batch inference with these 200 records from this pipeline corrosion incoming data set. And then you will proceed until the 200 record has been complete. And then you will calculate the performance metrics, such as the mean square error. The result as this 200 test is the 9.57, as well as the R2 score metrics. And then you also calculate the top 10 records contribute to the most of the mean square error, and then print it out with location ID, the depth, and so on and so forth, as you can see here. And then you will also save the data, set the value to the database, and send the final report of continuous modeling about the performance of the MLOps model via email. And then now let's have a look at the email. Here was the detailed result of the condition modeling report. The number of the record, the MSE, the threshold, the R2 score, as well as the top 10 location ID contribute to the most of MSE. And as we remembered, we also have the SAC story where we can keep an eye on that. Let's just refresh. And as you can see, the result for the execution on the October 15th, you have the significant increase of the MSE. And then later on, it will trigger the continuous training and condition delivery in the latest demo, because this has been exceed the threshold we have defined. And next, we're going to schedule to run this continuous monitoring task instead of running it by manual. To doing so, I'm going to create a schedule and create a new schedule. Select the target scenario, CI/CD template, and then the workflow executable as the continuous modulus. And next, select the configuration we have defined previously. And then I'll go give it a name for it, continuous modeling daily. And then I would like to run it every 11:30 p.m. of every date, and review the result and click create. And as a result, we have a daily schedule to run this continuous monitoring for us, and then we can receive the email and check the MSC story um, as well. With that, I would like to conclude the demo. Thank you.